Hi students, this is the third lesson. In the last lesson, we have seen algebra of integrals, and we have studied some problems how to do using addition rule, then difference rule or subtraction rule, then scalar multiplication rule. Now let us study the method of integration. For example, when different types of integrands are given, how to integrate them. So there are different methods. Now let me first list the method. First one is substitution method. This is one method. Then the second one is use of trigonometric identity and formula. So this is a second method. Third one is method of partial fraction. Method of partial fraction. And the fourth one is standard forms. Standard forms and their integration. Their integrals. And the last one is integration by parts. Integration by parts. So these are the five major methods. Of course, in the textbook, this is not given as a separate method, but let include this because it is easy to understand and follow accordingly. See, this I made a mention of this one in the previous class. There is no product rule. So that is called integration by parts. We have to study them separately. So this will be last actually. Then once again, and after that, the standard form once again comes. So these are the five major categories. Of course, there are many more techniques are there. Integration is very vast area. But for 12th standard, because we are beginners, we are just studying some 4 5 different approaches, methods to integrate a given integrand function. Now today let us take substitution method. What is substitution method and how to do it? Now, let me first explain what is the meaning of substitution because the name itself says it is substitution. Suppose you are having, say, sine cube x into cos x into dx. Definitely, we cannot find the function which, by differentiating that function, how to get this. This is not possible. So, and it is not based on standard formula also. So, standard formula, those are the basics actually. Now here what you have to do is, suppose you take this as I, you substitute, this also can be written like this, you know this, sine x, then whole cube, then cos x, then dx. By substitution method means, you substitute something for the given this integrand, make it integrable using the formula which you know already. So that is the idea. Therefore, if you substitute this equal to, say for example, y, sin x equal to y, then what happens is, if you differentiate this one, it is d cos x, that will be equal to dy by dx. So differentiating both sides with respect to x, sin x becomes cos x. This is also variable, therefore dy by dx. This we have studied in differentiation. Now in integration, what we do is, this dy, we take this dx here, though it is not correct actually, but in integration that is allowed. So because it is an operator, dy, it is not dy separate, dx separate, d by dx of y actually, but dx can be taken here, so that this is cos x dx, this will be equal to dy. So now, that is why it is called substitution method. For this you substitute y, so this becomes y cube. Then for this one, you have to substitute dy. Now you see this is integrable. Y cube dy algebraic. That is why it is called substitution method. Now, when you can use this method, that is very important. Now, let me remove this. See, whenever the given integrand, this one, is a composite function. See here, if you look at this one, for it is combination of two functions. One is g of x, which is sin x, and the other one is f of x, this is x cube. So this, now if you take f of g of x, this will be f, this you have studied in the first chapter. So g of x, and this will be equal to f of g of x, f of sin x, and f of sin x is sin cube x. So, and another thing is, what about this? This is nothing but g dash x, because differentiation of g of x is cos x. Therefore, we can say, you can remember this, whenever the given integral is of this form, f of g of x, then g dash x dx, definitely you can integrate, and there is a suggestion also, this should be taken as y, so that this becomes dy, then you can integrate. So that is why it is called substitution method. Of course, there are some exceptions where the given integrand need not be composite function. For example, tan x, we have to use substitution method only. Tan x is not composite function, but in general, whenever the given function is of this form, you can integrate by substitution. That is why it is called substitution method, because we are substituting for the function. And very important is this, you should identify. So the moment a question is given, first you must identify whether this can be done by substitution method. So let me first give you therefore, then I will show you how to integrate actually, where you should be able to find whether it is a composite function or not. Say first one, suppose I write sine inverse x by square root of 1 minus x square dx. This is, I will write a few so that you will understand. Say ex plus 1, then ex dx. A third one, integration tan inverse cube 1 plus x square dx. Suppose let us take 3 examples. Here I have to use substitution method, because see, if you can write this one as sine inverse x, then dx by square root of 1 minus x square. First thing which you have to identify is which is, and here also you see it is not a composite function, but still you have to use substitution method. If you substitute this equal to y, this becomes dy. You can check it, I will show you how to do it. Here also, if you take this equal to, this is composite function, clearly composite function. Ex plus 1 is the first function, then square root. If you substitute this equal to inner function, that is called inner function actually. If you substitute this equal to t or y, this becomes dy. Then you can integrate. Same thing here. Here tan inverse x, you have to substitute y, so that you can proceed. Therefore, what is very important, the first thing is you must identify the composite function or direct function, no problem. Which function should be substituted? That's the first thing. Now let us work out a few examples so that we will be familiar with this method. First one, let me take the first example which I have taken. I equal to integration of, let us say, sine 5x cos x dx. First function. Now put, so this is composite function, so I have to put sine x equal to y. Then of course this is the first question, let me show you the direct method. So d by dx of sine x, this equal to dy by dx, then this is cos x actually, equal to dy by dx, or cos x dx equal to dy. Here afterwards, I don't use these two directly, I will write this one. You have to imagine like this, differentiation of sin x is cos x, this is dy, so into dx you have to write, instead of here you have to write here. So these two will not be shown in calculation. Therefore now I will be equal to integration of y power 5 dy. because this becomes y power 5, this becomes dy. So this is y power 6 by 6 because algebraic formula integration xn dx equal to x power n plus 1 by n plus 1, of course, plus c. Now what we have to do is only one step. Y is actually sin x, therefore I have to write sin 6x divided by 6 plus c. So this is the answer. Let me do a few more examples so that this method is clear. Say second example is square root of, second example, square root of, say, x square minus 3x plus 10, then 2x minus 3 dx. So here also, this is a composite function, x square minus 3x plus 10, then square root, then this, of course, this you have to identify how. So let me write I equal to now integration of square root of x square minus 3x plus 10, then 2x minus 3, then dx. Now put x square minus 3x plus 10 equal to y. As before, when you differentiate this one, it will be 2x minus 3. Then here I have to write dx. And this will be equal to dy, because dy by dx will be there. That dx we are taking here. Now I equal to substitution. See, the first one, this way is y. Therefore, this becomes square root of y. And this entire thing becomes dy. So dy. So this, of course, you can write y power half, then dy. So this is y power half plus 1 by half plus 1 plus c. Of course, this you can write 2 by 3 y power 3 by 2 plus c. Then last one is y you have to substitute. This y is this one. Therefore, it is x square minus 3x plus 10 to the power 3 by 2. And here, of course, you have to write 2 by 3, then plus c. So this is the integration. Let us take the third example. Third one is integration of tan inverse x by 1 plus x square dx. So I equal to integration of tan inverse x by 1 plus x square dx. So here put tan inverse x equal to y. So differentiation of tan inverse x is 1 by 1 plus x square into dx equal to dy. Therefore, I will be equal to integration of, see, this is y and this itself becomes dy. So dy, so it is y square divided by 2, y dy is y power 1, y power 2 by 2 plus c, this is tan inverse x whole square divided by 2 plus. Like this, given any function, first what you have to identify is where this type of expression comes, you have to identify that is differentiation of the given function. That is how you have to substitute. So this is 3 examples. Now let us first derive the formula which is remaining actually. See, very interesting thing is this. In the beginning trigonometric function when we were writing, we got integration of sin x, integration of cos x we got, but we did not get integration of tan x, secant x, etc. Therefore, today we shall try to derive and we have to commit to memory. Therefore, the list keeps on increasing now. So, the first one is integration of tan x dx we have to find. So, what is the integration of this? So let me take this itself as I. Now put this can be written as actually integration of sin x divided by cos x then dx. Now if you closely look, substitute this equal to y, this equal to y. Differentiation of this is minus sin x. So minus sin x. So minus sin x dx becomes dy, of course with minus sign. So what I do is put cos x, this equal to y. This one, this equal to y. Therefore minus sin x dx will be dy, or sin x dx becomes minus dy. So this becomes minus dy. Therefore we can write I equal to integration of minus dy divided by y. And we know minus dy by dy, this formula we know already, dx by x is log of mod x. Therefore we can write this equal to minus, of course constant you can take out, constant can be taken out always. Then we can write log of mod y plus c. So now what is y? Y is cos x. Therefore I can write, I will continue here. This will be equal to minus log cos x plus c. But you know, minus can be taken here. Property of log, log of cos x to the power minus 1 plus c. This is log of 1 by mod cos x plus c. 1 by cos x is secant, therefore definitely we can write log of mod secant x plus c. So this is the formula. Therefore we have to remember now, I will write here integration of tan x is now log of secant x plus c, and this formula we have to add to our list. Here afterwards, whenever tan x comes, directly you can write log of secant x. Now one problem I will leave for you to do it. I will write the formula. It is exactly similar, therefore there is no difficulty in deriving. What is integration of cot x dx? So here same thing you can write cos x by sin x dx, and further I need not proceed. Put sin x equal to y, cos x dx becomes dy. Here it was negative, but here it is positive. Actually you get log of mod sin x only directly. Here no minus sign, therefore it will not come down. Therefore the formula for the cot is this: integration of cot x dx will be equal to log of mod sin x. Of course plus c you have to add. In formula there is no need actually, remember to add later also. So this is log secant x with mod, whereas cot is log sin x. And you should also understand the reason. Here minus is there, therefore otherwise it is log cos x only, but with minus sign. So I have written this. Then similarly we can derive the formula for secant x and cosecant x. Secant x I will do. Cosecant x you can try same way. So let us take integration of secant x dx. This will be the third formula and fourth one. Now same thing, what we have to do, of course this is bit peculiar. Integration of secant x dx. So what I have to do is, that's why it is peculiar. So you have to do something, you have to add something your own. Therefore here secant x into secant x plus tan x, I am multiplying numerator and denominator, secant x plus tan x, or multiply and divide into dx. So this is very important step you have to remember. For the same integrand you are multiplying and dividing by secant x plus tan x. So let me simplify one more step. So this is when you multiply secant square x plus secant x tan x, then below secant x plus tan x, then dx. Now, if you carefully observe, if you substitute this equal to y, differentiation of secant x is secant x tan x, this one. Differentiation of tan x is secant square x. So this itself becomes dy. Therefore, substitution now is put secant x plus tan x equal to y, and differentiation of this will be secant x tan x plus differentiation of tan x will be secant square x into dx will be dy. So you can see here this becomes y, and the entire this becomes dy. So this will be equal to integration of dy by y. This will be equal to once again log of mod y. So this will be log of secant x plus tan x, because y is secant x. So of course plus c. So this is the formula you have to remember for secant x. So the next formula is this: integration of secant x dx is equal to log of secant x plus tan x. This is the third one. And one I will give as a homework. You can do yourself. So only there is a small change that you have to be careful. Let me. When it is cosecant, same thing. See cosecant x dx, same thing you have to do. Cosecant x plus cot x. Only thing is you get minus log cosecant x plus cot x, you will get plus c, just like here, and this minus you have to take here. Therefore in that case what happens is multiply and divide by cosecant x minus cot x. So the formula will be this same thing, integration cosecant x dx will be equal to log of cosecant x minus cot x plus c. So there is only difference, minus, because here up to this it is same, you will get this. So here what happens is log of, you have to take 1 by cosecant x plus cot x plus c. But this can be written as, because 1 itself is, you can see 1 plus cot square x will be cosecant square x. Therefore when you take 1, this cot square that side, this 1 can be written as cosecant square x minus cot square x. Of course this can be factorized and this can be compensated, so that this becomes cosecant x minus cot x. So that is the formula. So today what we have done is, we have started substitution method. We have started substitution method, and we have studied a few examples, not many, only a few examples how to substitute. Of course in the supplementary lesson where I will be taking a few more examples from the exercise, where we will study the substitution. But substitution method is most challenging. Sometimes, say for example, let me take one today. Integrate this one, for example, say 2x dx by 1 plus x square. So this is very simple. For example, directly put 1 plus x square equal to y. So 2x dx becomes dy. So this will be I equal to dy, because this is dy, this is dx. So y. So this is log of y plus c. So this is log of 1 plus x square. You need not even put mod, because 1 plus x square is positive already. So this is the answer. So the same question, suppose I write integrate x dx by 1 plus x4 instead of x square. Now you cannot do it so easily. Therefore, see, substitution can be very, very challenging also. Here what I have to do is x dx divided by 1 plus x square then whole square. Let me do complete this one. This will be the last question. See here, put x square equal to y. X dx will be dy divided by 2, because differentiation of x square is 2x. Actually 2x dx equal to dy. 2 I have taken here, so that I can directly substitute. See, now I becomes integration of this x dx becomes dy by 2. So I can take 1 by 2 outside also, because it is constant. So this is dy. Then see here, what we are substituting is x square equal to y. So this becomes 1 plus y square. So this is 1 plus y square. And this is 1 by 2 tan inverse y plus c. Therefore, this is 1 by 2 tan inverse. What is y? Y we have to substitute. Therefore, x square plus c. Therefore, it is not always possible to just catch hold of that one and then substitute it. No, it is not like that. There are many difficult questions. Second one is, sometimes this function can be composite function of 3 functions. It's a composite function of 3 functions. Let us work out those questions later. So that is also possible. There you should be still careful. Otherwise, you have to carry out the question in 2 different stages. So let me, since this is the first session, substitution method, I have taken a few simple examples, and of course, in addition to that, these 4 formula you have to remember. So let us conclude today with this one. In the next class, let me take the next one, that is integration of certain problems using trigonometric identity and trigonometric formula. Of course, there you cannot directly use substitution. You have to use the trigonometric formula first. Therefore, that itself can be taken as a separate method, only for, of course, trigonometric type of functions. So let us conclude. If you have subscribed my channel, please watch all the lessons in the same order, so that you will follow it easily. If you are not yet subscribed, please subscribe and share with your friends. Let us meet in the next class with a method of integration using trigonometric formula and trigonometric identities. Till then, bye, take care.